See, if I had one of these, a new one, I'd use one of these, but because this is be just fine. I'd paint it red, or I'd paint it white, and it's waterproof, and I would just put, you know what? This has just got dust on it. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to clean this. This will work. Because like I say, it'll even float. Because I used to have one of these on the boat. And I painted it red with a white cross on it. And I used reflective tape, white reflective tape. So after I did all this, I realized I should have just painted the whole thing white. Because if it was in the water, you're going to see it better than you're going to see it red. But I had white reflective tape on it so that at least we'd be able to see it. But most of the time, if you're in the water, you're in there for an emergency, you know, you're going to have this tethered to you. And if you're going to tether it, well, you want to make sure that you use float rope. You don't want to just use any rope. So your float rope will float, so it's not going to get stuck and tangled up in your feet. That's float rope. I got more of it around here someplace. There's different kinds, different look. You know, you don't have to spend a lot of money for float rope. You can find something cheap. It'll float. That nylon, that yellow nylon stuff, that'll work as well. But why am I carrying this with me? Okay, because that's going to go there. I need to wash this, hon, and if I wash this and turn on the hose, you're going to run. All right, go ahead. Yeah? Oh, yeah? Well, what time is it? Huh? I don't know. Let me check. Let me check. It's 2:30. About 2:40. Yeah. I'll be home in about a half an hour. Yeah. Huh. Yeah. Your daddy's girlfriend. Your daddy's girlfriend. Yes, you are. Huh. Yeah. Look at those muscles. Look at those muscles. Yeah. Okay. Why don't you get your brother in here so he doesn't stay out there and get soaking wet? Next thing you know, he's going to be sneezing. Well, she went out there. Now she brings him in. That's another story. All right. I wanted to take this out there and hose it down. They still get into little arguments, you know, little teeth showing and stuff. And every now and then a little nip, you know, to the brothers and sisters. But for the most part, they're not killing one another. You know, and a female, you know, they always say, bring a female into the fold and she'll take care of you for you. You know, she keeps them under control. What was in this? Oh, this was in my snap tool. So there was nothing in here that was really chemicals or hazardous. It was just some of my tools that I used to use for canvas, with no grease, nothing like that. The Pueblo stuff. Man, I wish I knew where my other screw, my other brush was. I could pull out the pressure washer, the power washer. That'd probably be the easiest way to do this. There's another mix of crannies. And I'll rinse it out with a little bleach, not bleach, oh yeah, I can use bleach. A little bleach and water mix just to make sure. I can use dry peroxide or alcohol. You use a peroxide, you don't use that too much. You know, we used to dump it on cuts all the time. When we were growing up, your mom, you get cut. Out comes the peroxide. You know, one day I was talking to a nurse over here at the store, and we were bullshitting, and I had cut myself, and I said, well, I gotta go home and put some peroxide on it. She said, oh no, don't use peroxide. This was a while ago. Your peroxide kills the germs, but it's also going to kill whatever it is that's going to try to heal, but you need to heal it. So it's killing the good stuff as well as the bad. So I said, well, what do I use? And now, this is the second time I heard this. She goes, warm soap and water. He says, same with the emergency room. In the medical field, we use warm soap and water. Sometimes we may use some type of an antibacterial soap, but nothing as harsh as peroxide. Well, she did bring you in. Well, thank you, Jem. You brought in your brother. Well, good girl. How come you're not staying in here? Huh? How come you're going out of the rain? You're soaking wet. You laying there. Go there in the bed. Huh? Yeah, huh? Huh, Jem? She did bring him in. Yes, she did. Huh? Yes. Good girl. Good girl. Yes. Huh? That's a good girl. She brought you in, like I said. Now you want to know why I asked you to come in here? Because I'm trying to get you out of the rain, fool. Huh, Jem? Let me hook up the power washer. I first have to go turn the gas on. Hold on. Yeah, I find with the power washer, and even the generator that's out there, what am I doing over here? I don't know. And even this generator, I find if I turn, what I do is I turn, when it's running, I shut the gas off so it burns all the gas out of the carburetor. I do that with all the equipment, except for the lawnmower and the lawn tractor and stuff. For the most part, the smaller engines, that's what I do. Shut the gas off when it run out. And then I turn it on, like I just did, and I'll let it sit with the gas on for a few minutes, and it kind of just fills up the carburetor bowl. And I put the choke on it, and usually it starts up in the second pull. Once in a while it may go to 3. And once in a while it'll take the first one. Well, that's what I wanted to do. Hold on a minute, be right back. When I was coming in here, I was thinking of something. Yeah, I was. What was I thinking of? I don't remember. Oh, I'll tell you what though. Remember I moved the soap tank on the power washer because it used to be on the bottom and it would have had to get sucked up into the water stream, which it did. But I put it up on the handle with a shut off so I can just turn it on and off, and it works much, much better. Because Before you had to use the soap nozzle and you had to put the handle on soap. Well, now I don't have to put the handle on soap, and I can use the next nozzle up. I can't use any of the real high pressure ones, but I can use the next nozzle up and I get soap, which is nice. Alright, I'm not going to take you out there because I don't want to get the camera all wet. It's raining, plus I'm going to be power washing. Alright, nice and clean, just like new. Yep. So, hey, we're going dead. Plug it in. Alright, so this is all done. Looks like new. Nicey, cleany. Inside and out. So I'm just going to let it sit and dry overnight. And tomorrow night, or tomorrow when I come out here, I'll wipe it all out. Air it out, rather. And then, I'll start putting it together. I'll put a cross on the four sides so that you'll know what it is. But like these containers, I got a couple more of these, and I keep the little pre-wrapped gauzes in there, you know, so you can unroll it. This is out here. Out here I keep that. I have Band-Aids, I have scissors, I have iodine, I have eye drops, I got some alcohol wipes, I got ace bandages, I got safety pins, and I got these little safety scissors, which I'm probably going to have to clean or buff. They may even need sharpening, I don't know. Let's see. I haven't used these in a while. Oh no, they're still sharp. Right to the tip. Good. So they're fine just like they are. See, it's a good idea not to have pointy scissors when you're using it for different things, you know, on the body for medical. Sometimes you need them though, but again, I got a pair of tweezers, plastics. I have a bigger pair of as well. For the most part, like I say, this is just out here. I mean, so it's just a piece of, it's an old cigar box. So after this dries, I'll do a couple of vinyl, what you call it. I'll probably do a red square with a white cross in the middle. Maybe I'll do a white square with a red cross. The red cross is what you say, you know. Hey, I'm going to follow the white cross. No, I call it the red cross. Alright, let me hold this up. Got this for nothing. Chris dropped it off. Oh, we got a, two of them are already here, but I think there's one or two more that Darlene has to write down on the tags, so we didn't forget them. For some reason though, this week has been kind of hectic. Thursday and Friday, she worked 5 hours a day, which is fine. That gets her out of the house and she's happy. She was in 10 to 3. And then Saturday, she went to the store, and, or was it, no, she didn't go Saturday. It was Sunday or Monday. And it was a nightmare, naturally, it was a holiday. And she had forgotten otherwise. And we don't celebrate holidays. I don't keep track of them. Nor does she, so I forgot about it. So anyway, that was a 3-hour ordeal at the store, or 3 or 4 stores. And that was Monday. And then Tuesday, I think it was Tuesday, she did the back lawn and the front lawn. I'm going to do the side lawn over here because it's not an easy one to cut. And then she helped me with the bamboo in the back. So basically, all last week was used up pretty well, pretty much, and didn't have too much time to do anything. So this week as well went by just as fast because I had so many things going on. She didn't even bother coming out here. She came out a couple of times and says, if you need me, call me. If not, she's doing things in there. You know, because I got so jammed up out here with things I was trying to get done. And not so much things here. It was more things on the computer that I'm trying to get straightened out. Because just one of those things to where, come on, man, there. What I'm trying to do, and I've mentioned it, when I'm trying to put a network together, which is not going to be an easy task. And as I start working on it, I'm realizing that I have to make something in a line of a chart, map, identification, zones, distance, so that it can all be on one. They have all these, but they don't have them all. They have some of these, but they're all in different parts of the library. You know, the Worldwide Government Library. Because nobody, as far as I know, had ever tried doing this. If so, they never did it, and or it didn't work. I don't know. So I need a map of where things are. I need another map on where the divisions start and end. I need another map as to, on Lima Charlie, meaning loud and clear, how far are these repeaters actually going to perform, and to what radio or what division are they using it on. So it'd be easier if I had all these in one map. So I've been making a map to fit my need so I can work on what I'm trying to work on. And the other day, we had Norwalk come in, which was good. He tried to come in, and he did. We heard him. So that's a good thing. And we heard him hit the New Haven repeater. We heard him hit the New Haven repeater when he was on the divisions radio. When he was on the HT, we didn't hear him. I couldn't hear him anyway. Sierra heard him, but I couldn't hear him. But now we know that that was working. So when I put out a little letter to everybody as to what happened and how, Norwalk hit, I called it 24. Well, it's just on the other side of Division 24, so it's actually 7. So, you know, Norwalk 7. You know, I mean, so basically, after I looked at the map, I realized that, yeah, my screw up. Yeah, so I said, I got to get all these maps on one, because every time you turn around, you know, you're thumbing through all the books, not so much magazines, but all the manuals to find out what map you're looking for, to figure out what map you need. So here I am saying that, you know, Division blah blah A, when it was actually Division blah blah B, you know, that type of thing. Was hitting Division blah blah C. You know, and so I've been doing that. That's been taking some time. You know, because you're always changing, making little things, adding here, changing this there. If I use part of their map, I have to try to match the colors that they're using. And it's not always, you know, red, white, or blue. You know, I mean, you know, if it's a printed out colored map and I'm making changes to it, I got to try to match that color within the map, you know, so that it doesn't stick out. You don't want anything to stick out and take their attention away from what they're actually trying to look at. So anyway, to shut down. I was talking with the 741 day before yesterday, I think. About, what the hell was I talking to him about? Oh, I mentioned it already, I think. He had put an antenna in his attic. It was a Slim Jim that a friend of his had made and was using it, but couldn't use it anymore, so he gave it back to 741. 741, I don't know for sure, but I think helped with the parts and whatever. Anyway, 741 ended up with it in his attic, and he was showing it. It was working for him in his attic. He says, you know what? I'm going to try to make one. So I made one. Got the specs over here. I kept them.